360-degree hip mobility. I'm going to take you through a series of exercises to help get your hips feeling like butter, making them feel and move better. Now here's what you're going to need. A couple foam roller options. You can go full foam roller, or if you really want to dig deep, get a softball. A floor slider on a surface that can slide on. So right here I have this nice little turf. You can also use a towel on a just hardwood floor if you don't have this option. And for comfort reason, grab yourself a nice little pad here. You can also grab a mat folded up, but something for comfort for the knees. Getting started. You are gonna wanna grab your foam roller and you're gonna foam roll around the hips. And this is to help get your nervous system kind of more dialed down. Think of your nervous system as a dimmer switch for your lights. So during the day, your nervous system is gonna be more on the dull side of light. Then as you warm up and activate and get closer to your workout, your nervous system is getting more activated, more bright, like a light. Now, in some cases, with tight muscles, the nervous system is kind of more activated, more bright than it should be. So we're just gonna try and dull the nervous system down just a bit so we can get into better ranges of motion with our exercises. Now we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time. We're just gonna start on one side of the butt cheek here, cross that on the other leg, and you're just gonna put as much weight as you're comfortable in on that butt cheek, and you're gonna go about 20, 30 seconds, 1 to 3 inch little motions here. And we're gonna do this all around the hips here. So the glutes, then you go on the side right here. Again, 20, 30 seconds on each side. The hip flexor, and then your adductor right there. So spend 20, 30 seconds in each spot, 1 to 3 inch little motions. And as I said before, if you wanna dig in a little bit deeper, get yourself a softball. Do not forget to breathe during the foam rolling process. It's really easy to hold your breath and grunt. Breathe, exhale, and take a little bit of pressure off if you can't breathe through that pain. First exercise up is gonna be the hamstrings and hip flexors. It's a nice little combo exercise here. So you're gonna need a mat and your stick here. I have a simple little wood stick. You can use PVC pipes, broomstick handles, whatever you can find and have access to. You want to use this to help create some stability and support. I'm going to get in a half kneeling stance like you see where I'm at right now. And then I'm going to put my heel on my middle of the floor slider here. And I'm going to position my stick out in front on the opposite side of the leg. I'm going to hold this with both arms. And then what I'm doing is I'm gonna drive it into the ground as hard as I can. And then think of the position of what your hips here. We don't want an arching of the back here. We wanna get the hips underneath you. Tuck in the hips here. Squeeze the glutes. My toes is digging into the ground behind me here. So now I'm nice and stable up in that upper half here. Now I'm going to pick up my toes and I'm gonna drive my heel forward, straighten out that leg. Now it's straight. Now I'm going to keep the glutes clenched here, nice and tight, but I'm going to push forward until I feel a nice deep stretch while actively pulling here, and then use my back hip flexors and my hamstrings to pull back into my starting position. We're gonna do this for 5 reps. With each rep, go just a little bit further and further, like so. So second rep here, going a little bit further, pull. Third. Oh. Now I'm not just letting myself slide. I am actively driving my heel in the ground. About 50% intensity there. Fourth rep, a little bit further, pull. Now on this last rep, this is where it's gonna get really intense. You're gonna go as far as you can, Might need to adjust your stick here to create that support. But you're gonna go as far as you can. Breathe. Once you can't go any further, you're gonna actively drive into the ground. 10 seconds, about 80 to 100% effort of pushing into the ground, and then pull back into your starting position. You're gonna do this for both sides, 5 reps on each side. If you're just starting this, I would just do 1 set and see how you feel the next day. I did this a few weeks ago, and 1 set, I was so sore, way more sore than I thought it was gonna be. So definitely try just doing 1, see how you feel, and then add another set next week. I would do 3 sets total once you get comfortable doing this. But this next exercise is gonna be a little bit more intense. So I'm gonna angle my stick, my post, or whatever you're using, in an angle towards the leg that's gonna be straightened out here. Get the hips tucked in, nice and tight. Foot, my heel is in the middle of the slider. Pick up the toes, and I'm gonna slide until my leg is straight, and then feeling a stretch right here in the groin section, going as far as you comfortably can. I'm gonna drive this hand down and then pull using these muscles back to your starting position. Similar to the last exercise with each rep. Try and going a little bit further and further. We're gonna do 5 reps, so 3rd rep here. 4th. And then again, 5th rep, your last rep. Once you get as far as you can, we're gonna actively drive this foot, the heel, into the ground almost as hard as you can, about 80, 100% in that range for 10 seconds. So get in that position here, nice and slow. Here I am, and now I'm gonna push into the ground. Don't forget to breathe when you're pushing into the ground. All right, and while you're driving into the ground like that, with that intensity, you're gonna pull back into your starting position. I promise you, it doesn't look like much, but it is so intense. I would say it's very similar doing a really heavy 5 rep max on a squat or something, because it's uncomfortable, really uncomfortable. You're going at full range of motion like that. Deep stretch, and then you're actively trying to engage those muscles in that deep stretch. It is intense. So definitely give it a try. So there you have it, 360 degrees. We got the front of the hip, back of the hip, and the side of the and inside of the hips here. Starting off, just do 1 set, 5 reps on each side. See how you feel the next day, and next week add another set, and then go to the point where you're doing 3 sets. Once you get to 3 sets, you can increase reps. 5 reps, and then you do 6 reps, and then 7, all the way up to 10 reps. And by then, I'm sure your hips are gonna feel really good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions.